Now, I, Jill Louise Starr, would like to divert every fucking human being in the world, no matter if you're Al Qaeda, you're a Sunni, you're a Shiite, you're a Muslim, you're the Pope, you're Roman Catholic, or wherever you live, but in the Stars family area, anywhere in America, whether it's in the San Jose area, whether your name is Hope Star Toledo on Abbey Court or Avenue in Campbell, California, whether you're my fucking murder's fucking aunt up in Middletown, New York that wants to kill me, whether you're fucking Ellen Citrin, my cousin in Lyndhurst that wants to murder me. Get a load of this shit. You want to hear something that you've never heard before, and it's going to make you want to kill the Star family, but maybe get this Putin and the United Nations and China and Iran. My fucking father says he's Satan. He's going to blow up the world, and how's he going to do it? Get a load of this. I bet Iran, even though Golden Molly Kushru has not even considered this motherfucking threat. And I want to slaughter my sister and the remainder, not the Palestinians, but the Star motherfucking family, but me. Get a load of this, Golden Molly. My father's been telling me he's Satan all his life. It's only funny in a sad sense. He's brought me to satanic meetings. He's gang raped people in a Scotland Masonic place with Jimmy Savile. The BBC knows it's true. Gang raped them with white devil Satan horns, and then stab the teenagers they're gang raping in the heart and drink the blood and rip it out and kill her at the end. I've seen all kinds of that shit all over London with Freemasons, queening. And it's going to make your head turn. My father says he's saying he's going to blow up the world. It's to the point. Now you don't believe it. Well, get a load of this. This is how he's going to do it. He convinced me of it. He started long ago, like when I was 4 years old, like in 1967 or 8. And he started working for Milan, and so he started doing it. Instead of making $100,000 a year, whatever the C is paying them, make it play all your sides at once and cause some real mischief incorporated against all of you. Osama bin Laden offered him like $24 billion to start helping him do Al-Qaeda attacks. He tried it in Tora. He had an argument with Moussavi and bin Laden himself there. And what was it? He said, if you really want to kill Americans, I got a great idea. Let's start using biological weapons against them. And Osama bin Laden said, no, we don't do that. I'm not going to use biological shit against America until they start using it first. And my father cursed him out and walked out of the cave, like stomping his feet. He said, well, I'm going to do it to them anyway. I hate Americans too much. So much. Good for you, Earth. These things like that. He started trying. But being on the International Atomic Weapons Inspection Commission, going to meet Gaddafi and Saddam, and instead of inspecting the weapons, he would trade mist germ poison for telling them how to use that gold alloy that you had in Kosovo that everyone wants, it came Bechtel, and that's why they want Kosovo. And it's the last step in coating a nuclear weapon a certain amount of millimeters or something, and it's the last step because it makes sure that it doesn't leak until you want to use it. That's what's in Kosovo, and it's very rare. I don't know if it happened in Russia. But anyway, my father's been telling us to blow up the world. He's been showing me pictures of it with John Sedlacek, my old landlord, that scared him into it. And it's just his plan. He said he's going to start way back then, hand movies of it. I think my memories, I am shocked, but if I'm thinking of it, I think my memories are correct. I didn't question them, but this is his plan. I took me to West Milford, looked at the Ringwood skyline, New York. He said that's going to no longer exist. And when I'm like 4, they were up there doing something with your Nicholas and shit, Russia's Huawei, saying it's not going to no longer exist from several locations. I said, what do you mean? And he goes, well, I'm going to get rid of the New York skyline and all this area we are, Harry. I said, I was scared. I'm like 3 years old, holding his hand. I'm shaking my boots. When when father says he's going to destroy the earth. I said, and then he says he's going to cause a tsunami, as previously said, using something else set up that Rambo fault line. And he started by trying to tell you, like he does in the other half of the country where Irv is. And I saw Irv do it. He lied. He found out did tsunami simulations, and he went with National Geographic to see if Washington, Oregon, California down the coast blow up some tsunami. And he went up to Washington, Oregon, and he took some clay with National Geographic doing layers or something to tell you how many tsunamis you had. I don't know how it works, but we'll tell you. I never remember right. And he came back and he lied to Oregon and Washington and said you don't need a tsunami system just to wipe out on simulation all the fucking capital if it happens, the state capital of Washington, Oregon, whatever it is. And then he came back and he said to the New York City Coast Guard, you don't need one in New York, even though it didn't have one. I think it does now. But anyway, him or John Bargett, my dad definitely said he's going to put some low-grade weapon, neutron, hydrogen bomb that you can fit in the trunk, something on the side, somewhere in the Hudson River, and he's going to ignite that to my best ability, and that's going to set up a tsunami to wipe out all the presidents that are meeting in the United Nations at a designated day, all of them, including Putin, for the International Monetary Fund and run the New York Stock Exchange and get rid of all your presidents so they can put in their IMF puppets. Believe it or not, I just said it's all you got to kill me. This is what I remember. And he's going to drown 2/3 exactly of the New York City population. The New York Stock Exchange takes over for the IMF. And I think John Bargett, the guy who took the pictures of me, he's saying the same thing inside the Mount Mayape in Indonesia. Perkins, who left the best parts out of the motherfucking dunce head book, Confessions of an Economic Man. You're fucking full shit. Fuck you, John. You're full shit. I was inside Mount Mayape, the most active volcano in Central Java, and my father said it's true. I was there. And John Bargett, when he was alive, and I'm wearing a little white dress. It says active volcano. I can read it even 7. I said, John Bargett, CIA geologist from Charleston, man, Boston Prudential Center. I've been here, I'm scared shitless. Hey, it says active volcano could blow up in a minute. And John Bargett looked at me and laughed at me. He goes, don't worry, little Jill. I'm the big bad CIA geologist, John Bargett, the fucking sexual pervert, pedophile, and it won't blow up today, but quote, it might when we're not in it tomorrow, and we could devastate all Jakarta and Java and force the Indonesian president Suharto at the time to into a big IMF reconstruction along like the Monroe Plan after World War II in Germany, and get you, Indonesia, for an IMF loan and a financial interest rate you can't afford. Ha ha ha, he laughed. So if they're willing to do that, they can fucking blow you up in New York. And you better take it seriously, because the 9/11 terrorist thing, Darko says, was working there 3 years something, the bombs and the mission. He wanted to blow up the other half of New York too, but Schweiger. But he got caught in the sound of the country because he's a diplomat, and here he's back. And he's already up by Hillside Park, right by Harry Shortway. I told him what Harry Shortway did, and I didn't ask him to go over there. Harry, what's he doing by you? Trying to kill you. Well, he let me off 9/11, tried to kill Darko. So there you go. They even do me favors. I said, hey, you want to let me go, and the rest of you are dying here. None of you native fucking people can stop and attack, whether it's Britain, London, Brussels, Germany, and New York City, and CIA, and I get some powerful fucking people that told me they want to just wipe out all Golden Kushiro in New York, whom I love, told me, the Biden doesn't even know what 1, 2, 3, what order you can all be nuked. He's just itching to nuke these people in the fucking right order. And Britain, you can figure it out. One, great United Kingdom, all you motherfuckers. And the Queen, because you, of what you did to the Palestinians during the Rothschild thing, whatever. Fuck you. You go for it, work it out. You know the history if you're smart. And he's right. And Israel not even coming first. Then comes the United States. Then comes Canada. And then comes Israel, and I guess he was right up there, the Pope and every fucking Roman Catholic in the world, and the Vatican. I mean, it's Mafia, Italy, the Queen over there in Sicily, and you want to do this against me? I got nothing kind of bitch, just fuck, try it. When you prove you can take his boat, wants to wipe all you out, and you can drink some of my blood full of a bowl and those widow stuff, because I'm dying, you're going to prove they can have 10 of them on your royal fucking body, and you're going to withstand that when I can. Go to hell. Fuck you, Queen of Sicily. Because they want to wipe you out, Sicily. All the Mafia and any Roman Catholic, including the Polish prick, and the Polish fucking Roman Catholic country that's in my shit list right now. Then you want to stab me with some fucking injection. You're on the supposed list now. You're Roman Catholic. So Poland's got to go too, and every fucking mafia. Obviously in New Jersey, in Phil Murphy, the Boca Raton gang, the Shortway gang, the West Milford gang, the Mia Farrow, Woody Allen with my father graduating in Brooklyn College fucking gang, and the Zwellen type of Vinny shit in Maplewood. Because Arnold asked the Kotovich person out, Darko confirmed it. I wanted to take him out. Since we said he's a terrorist, you should avoid it. So you gotta go. It means all in New Jersey and even the United States, as long as I'm the biggest bully, and you poke fucking leaders like And not mine isn't his mistake, and wherever I sleep tonight isn't going to be bombed. So you better take bets on who, what country, and where I sleep first. And you pal, Italians, you're not getting anything. Italian by yourself without me, Pope, in Italy. I don't live pretty fucking fast as shit anyway, or Germany. So anyway, if Putin, you want to shake hands with the probably the Fort Detrick maker, the genius chemist Arnold told me about, that shaking hands with you and the CIA against your back probably make shit to kill you for Detrick. Don't ever be seen with her again. But my father says he's doing a blow up the world while he's sitting there pretending he's not like this. he put a bunch of terrorists across the country, and I saw him telling me, God, you can shoot me, and he put them in a bunch of locations after he traded Saddam and this German. And he did this, he dropped it in all these bodies of water, and all these fucking piles of fish went back a few later, and they're unsolved piles of fish in all these fucking reservoir areas and parks across the country. And then he went back, and he, and that's Mr. Erm, he died on unsolved shit, you can't find it. And he put a bunch of terrorists in, maybe 6, 7, he dumped more things in a bunch of different bodies of water. He put them all in safe houses. Like, I didn't even know how old it was before Boston, 2, 3, I have a memory that goes back, I don't remember. But he put them all across America on his cross-country thing, Al-Qaeda or something. And he put them in a safe house, and they were all pink and bright purple, going up some stairs, whatever it looks like, and they went across the country, pink and purple. And he said, I'm going to send you a letter by mail in 30, 40 years from now. Like, no, I'm retired or something. If anyone listens to my daughter, they'll put her insane in a hospital because they think they're safe. And behind, he constructed the underground facility. When you go during a nuclear attack, he put the water thing, said he's going to drown if you go there, so you don't have a chance if you go. He's going to drown you in your own fucking 3 years worth of water, or 5 years. I know that much. And so what are you going to do about him? You can't even stop a terrorist anyway attack. And I even told the Sunni ambassador from Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Mohammed, I said with him, and got Molly. Because you're from Iran, always undermine each other because they hate each other. Soon as she is Darko instead of you. That what to say? Oh, I don't fucking remember. Oh, it doesn't really important. But I have been up for hours. Anyway, so this is my father's plan. He started way back, and he said that he's going to blow up the world. And this is fine. Tell me if it's not feasible. He's going to start investing, behind Lowe's, Home Depots, department stores, wherever you buy your Christmas decorations, dollar stores, and he's going to make the new plastic explosives, Syntex, and you can do that shit. Don't ask me how I'm not that much of an expert, but I've seen it happen. And you're going to buy them, store them over your house. He's going to put like plastic explosives and things you buy, from cardboards to whatever, and show me you can do that. He's going to put it in grocery stores all over the fucking world. And whatever, you can make a Syntex plastic explosive sandwich. Go look it up. It looks like a sandwich of cucumber. He's going to load you all up around the world, and he's going to build your houses and your international criminal court. This is according to Dad, and with Mom underneath it, with Domenico Con in Paris, they're jerking off and raping maids, you know what I mean? And my dad says, with Kissinger and the motherfucker, no, I can't. My dad says, me and my buddies, Domenico, and we're a bunch of fucking motherfuckers. One day they're going to build this thing, and they're talking about this international court apparatus. Search environments. You're going to kiss my feet. They were finding them right, buddy. You're so cute. So if you want to come and marry, just do it now before I let you blow. So I know you're thinking you're not smart, you're not dumb fuck. And they're going, ooh, yeah, it's important. So my father said, Kissinger, all us fucking Americans say war criminals like Clinton, and Albright would let 500,000 people here, 500,000 there, and Trump went to college travel World 3, not Coastal Road, but in Jerusalem, and Palestine thing on the end. I said, we're going to go to jail for East Timor. My daughter was sorry. I'll testify if I have to. And he says, when they start building this thing, we got to get rid of it, because what are you doing? You're coming in to arrest my son, the Afghan waterboarder that wants to kill me for that. I know he's the Afghan waterboarder. He was taking waterboarding lessons after Bragg and confessed to me that Nancy Pelosi lied and Barack Obama, after they said they're not waterboarding, he is doing it. And the U.S. Army is doing it all over, and they still are. And Fort Detrick is not even shut down. A month ago, your little bull of killing assassination place Putin. My son called me, told me I'm a dime enemy. He's been getting checked there since World War II. And he's been there for 3 years and has never shut down for a week or so, 2 weeks, maybe 3. And my CIA psychiatrist, Dr. Bruce Schweiger, as soon as the CIA said, Arnold, did you just be telling me from around? As soon as I started, asked Schweiger. But this is what I'm told anyway, and he's confirmed it, I can't, but this is what. As soon as my son called me up and said, the military. He couldn't even see his own, go down the door to see his kids and his fucking wife. He doesn't care. But he said, the military can't leave the state. Charlie called me half an hour after I heard it from my son, just was implementing, and Charlie got a psychiatrist and I talked to him and said, I can't leave the state of New York. I have to do your videos. Tell me not to. Forget it. Anyway, the important thing to know, Charlie, is this. The United States is going to drown you. In fact, it's going to cause a tsunami that's going to reach and wipe out the West Milford Police Station in Bloomingdale, or wipe out the police station at 5,000 miles an hour, like as big as Java. And he's been atomic weapons testing in front of me off the Banda Aceh coast. And I was there at the hotel CNN's when the first Banda Aceh started from the tsunami. I've been through several in Japan and shit. And he's going to wipe your fucking asses out in New York doing that and cause an earthquake. And the tsunami to do it all the way to Bloomingdale, wipe all your fucking asses out, including cliff in between. So by your tsunami bathing suits, people, now you motherfucking Hezbollah's going to kill every Roman Catholic and mafia guy, and including the Italy, like genocidal Indians. I don't know how you're going to work this up. I give up the past mine, lost my mind. And now he says he's going to blow you up by slowly putting things all over your Russian stores. They're going to buy and place unaware that people can buy poo and put it in your crowd. And he says he's going to blow up on your chair because he wouldn't know it was me. I'm supposed to ship shit in your favorite red and yellow room. And so I have a picture of it. I'm making fun of you because my father's going to do it when you don't suspect it when you're your own people. Anyway, you use bricks or anything around. In Dominican, the IMF construction dude, I never heard before, but this is what I'm hearing go on with the briefcase. And after raping me and jerking off in front of me, they used to sit down and say how they're going to blow up your court. And my father said, I'd like you to build it because IMF construction are handling it. I don't know if this is what I'm hearing, sir. It's right. You want some information? Baron, and thank me. You got it. And my father says, we guys, like history, they want to arrest one day, you. That you do. You want to come in here, right? When that Biden's probably going to happen. My son's one of them. I can testify against this. I got more problems than Serbia mines, but with the fucking you and these kids people want to kill them right out the street. It looks like they're doing a good job at it. With Shoreway and this other shit, committing genocide against blacks. They got witness for it. We're at the street in Shoreway neighborhood, and they want to eradicate all the Jews, Russians, Serbs, and who said like three enemies: Roma, Serbs, and Russians, and that's exactly what Shoreway's manifesto on the post office said. Eradicate them, use your police power. We're recruiting you all over New Jersey, Philadelphia, including you. If you got the most power, you're in to help us commit genocide against all Russians, all Serbs, all Roma, all homosexuals, all blacks. They tell me they don't have a fucking man against me. I was married to a black man, and look at me. I was fucking slaughtered all the way, so I'm going to be the biggest bully in the block. My father said, you handle the IMF's construction, you can handle the building of this monstrous thing called the International Criminal Court. Judge, Brahma is a cute suck. Fucker. And whenever you want, he's going to blow up before he gets here when he attempted. So you can manage it. The only thing you can do is evacuate and start somewhere else. And he's going to blow up. So thank me for that. I mean it. And also he says, you can start building it. So he built your court, giving a recipe to Dominico. I couldn't see it, but I know what he does. You think you got plaster, it's like plastic explosives. And there was fucking plastic explosive and every type of fucking explosive. I can't even, I don't know, but I know that's what he does. And if you don't think you have a power to take again, I apologize. That's what I remember. The responsibility. So fuck you too. I'm highly going to agree on this shit. And then he says he's done it to all over the world. Your houses, your Kremlin, your new building, maybe better your car. He says he's going to have things in every house. He's going to set off, and he went around the house, not the house, so it might as well be your house, building nuclear plants from Saudi Arabia. He got $14 billion one there, contract. $14 billion when they filled the first one, king, and kissed your hand. Bigger and better about freaking father or whoever's there. He's a good man. And carried there with his own nuclear plants all over the Netherlands. He left it again when I went to the Netherlands to the Department of Fine Arts and smoked pot with the kids on the river down there stand. And I went to some National Jew farm and some guy cut down a tree, made me clogs. Do me a favor, and I met friend's little Dutch girl. He said that you're the most dumb fucking country in the world, sir, in the Netherlands. And why? He said, little Joe, they just don't understand. They want wind power and these fucking wind power and ocean power when every fucking nation wants nukes. And I think if you or something. I mean, he says that he ran around the country, and every country, every intelligence agency, a few little presidents they put up and say, Earth left me that, the CIA left me that, and those plastic explosives, or C4. My father was in starting problems, training room Siku. I was in, I was in Croatia, and you tell me what this is. I don't know. After I was born, after 1964, I remember after sometime, I don't even know what year, I was old enough to walk. My father was taking me to Albania and selling some type of low-grade missile or something else on lawn used to cause trouble and mischief up in bombing lower southern Montenegro, causing all this harassing stuff. So the Albanians start bombing Serbs, and Serbs, most of it really isn't the CIA, so it's behind this. My father's CIA harassing agent. I got the name in my book. They go by names, police things. Anyway, and he started a little war problem between you. So they wanted to kill each other. And he did that. Wherever the CIA goes, the one that what? I'll tell you what. My dad goes run. Oh, and I learned in school. Why should we bother bringing in the U.S. Army or whatever? And we could just make a little hate, and you'll believe the Albanians really hate. It was really the CIA paying them off. They did the same thing to become president. They just caused a little demonstration. And will be in there tonight, and you were willing to believe anything the motherfucker say. And so you Serbs don't support Trump. When Albright wants to kill 500,000 Iraqis, and now you're saying Trump's right to kill 500,000 Serbs. 500,000 Iranians, you just can't raise up. Unless you tell me, Serbia, you killed at least one fucking Muslim. I know you did. I'm not going to look like a fool, Darko, or Jordan. All I have to do is say you each committed one, and B, that Plavich already said she did, and she's sorry, and she's out. So since you say Radovan and Laz that you killed at least one, and numbers don't fucking count, right? It could be a million, 500 million, 500 million like Rwanda, or just one. Then you're going to get out for good behavior. Plavich should be on Plavich. It's already there. So I'm not going to go for this. You didn't kill one either. Jordan. And everything else is fine to me. When you say you can kill at least one, like Mrs. Plavich, who was head of president of the law project thing here, then how are you going to get up until the next year, right? There you go. It's a little secret. And I'll finish the thing. So you all have these little presents my kid bought you, whoever you are, wherever, like Japanese royal family, the queen, wherever you've been, you know what they are, I don't remember. Arnold gave me a Sicily bunch of nativity set he gave to his wife. It had C4 in the bottom. My father was in Kosovo buying C4 and prostitution and drugs, and he bombed up a certain church somewhere around Kosovo. I don't even know what. And he thinks that was news, like CNN with my father. I'm giving him my memories, right? Truthfully. And anyway, I was in Croatia, and there were bombs going off. I didn't know where I was. And my father said, we need food. We need to find someone to help us. So I said, where are we? Croatia. Or something. We're going to find a safe house somewhere here. He knocked on the door and said, I'm over there. Oh, we know you. Oh, come on in. I didn't know who they were right yet. And they said, I was like, we get some help here. It's about Croatian friends. And he said, yeah, come in. We don't have much, but look at it. It was basically nothing. Bread, maybe half jar peanut butter. It was better, maybe a sardine, whatever he had. They said, you can come in and share what we have. And I said, oh, it looks like we're starved right here. But they said, whatever. Our house is your house, mi casa is your casa. And just, before they could share anything, there was a little blonde kid with blue eyes, and I noticed that right away. I was in different territory. And boom, in the backyard, the lights went out, and the little blonde kid pushed me to the fucking ground. I said, where am I? What's going on? He said, this is Croatia, and then the Lord. I said, oh. And the next thing I remember is we're going into some other part where it must be Croatia. You tell me, I don't remember. But it was a place I walked in. It must have been a sandwich type thing. Because all of a sudden, there's Roman Catholic nuns. The Catholic nuns trying to fight their Catholic nuns. I walk in there, and there's some type of Serb torture, genocide shit in Croatia. I don't need anything from my church. I walked into there for my father to get help again. He's talking Croatian, Roman Catholic nuns. I know what they are. But so Hezbollah wants to murder you. He's on the right track. And I went in there, and there were holes, I saw it. You saw in my picture, like the guy sitting in the grave in the dirt. Well, those are all like probably 100, 200, 100 more, like in this big fucking stadium, like I've been on this, New Jersey, for a football game. And who was there? There were Serbs looking like skeletons in Hitler's camp, chained down into the graves, waiting for them to start. And they're Serbs. Don't tell me they were Serbs. Because what else would Croats be doing? They weren't Muslim. They weren't Albanians, right? They were Serbs. They're Serbs. They're chained there, starving at the floor. I'm like, they're feeding me these Roman Catholics. And I'm like, what about this guy? Those are Serbs. 200 right there. And you don't want to give them Serbs. And you remember to say, you don't want to mention Benjamin Friends, Nazi prosecutor. I heard you the other day in a video. We and Israel and anyone else, every Jew in Washington, we care. Again, Benjamin Friends, get together, you motherfucking shit. We feel so bad about all those Jews that died. All this motherfucking Roma. But no Serbs mentioned. Roma, Jews, and you leave out the Serbs every time. All you motherfuckers in world history. And they write that. You want to make some peace, put a sign down in the Kosovo, /Kosovo, and show me that it doesn't have to be just Kosovo-wise, it doesn't have to be. Don't you want to recognize the Serbs at all? You Albanians, well, you better put a fucking sign to make peace. My fucking ass, I'm a big fucking bully. I'll see if you can withstand some of those widows roaming around your Albanian neighborhoods down in Kosovo. If you can show me, you can put up 10 of those motherfucking things, and someone will direct you right to them at represent Serbia down there, because I withstood 10 of them, because I some fancy shit in the blood from the CIA. Thank you, CIA, for that. Yeah, that you can withstand that shit in your garden or your farm. You can find. That's not me. I'll do this with some scorpions, covers, and things. I don't have to worry about anthrax. You're looking at that. Anyway, that's my father's story of blowing the world. And he has all the nuclear codes and the embassy and the tunnel. He sold them all. I see them. I don't remember what they are. He told me some of them I could try to read off. But it's not working every fight. I don't remember anything. I remember some of them were musical lyrics from Beatles. I can't even tell you. You get that from my father. He said he's going to start a chain reaction somewhere here in Europe, several places at once. He's going to blow up his own power plants and nukes take place in every fucking NATO country. And he's going to start a chain reaction across the whole fucking world. He gets here and across the ocean there and wherever else until it's a chain reaction and the whole globe blows up. I saw pictures of it. He's sitting there laughing, saying Satan and more. So, now that's how he's going to do it. Now it sounds feasible to me. If you're starting to buy Home Depot and these things, he's been doing since 4 years old. I think you're all looking at it because y'all have these ornaments, like Sicilian things, ornaments, C4 in them. So please, tell me he can't do it when he fucking makes you nukes. He's a kind of guy. How am I walking around Somalia? Well, the CIA is also bought off the government and local hunters and militias. So when you do that, yeah, you can cause a problem. Those people and horsemen in Africa. I've been all over the motherfucking African people jump up and down. I'm like, well, I know how to do it. Somalia, how do I walk? I thought this Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was something like to Vietnam. I find out, well, my father didn't call me a lot. I'm walking around Somali pirates, like it's in a little white dress, going to the ships, watching the pirate things. And my father killed a bunch of Britons. He was supposed to go there and negotiate a situation and lower us into I don't even know why I'm there, but it's going to be real bad. I was in Mogadishu, whatever. He lowered us to make a deal to get the British hostages from a hijacked Gulf of Eden thing out alive for $5 million, whatever it was, millions of dollars, whatever you pay. And when I got there, he killed all the Brits, kept the money. I remember killing the Brits. And then he killed the hijackers. And he said, look, I just had to kill them. They killed the Brits, so I shot them dead. And here's my little split or something. I need to give it to Britain, and I remember everything that happened too. He, my father, bombed Paddington, Worthington in front of me. And timed on a watch, and I saw him put him in back. I said, you go there, you go down there. And when I pressed the button, it let the explosive blow off, so it wasn't an IRA at all. It was bad. No telling McQueen. He says he's going to bomb Buckingham Palace. He wants to play poker with you next to the goddamn president of North Korea. He's talking about assassinating you, one or the other. So here, that's what the CIA thinks of you. He says, I'm going to bomb your palace, Buckingham. I know reason to make this up because I'm not the type of person. Because I know you fucking wipe me out. I'm telling you, you got promised the CIA. And you got promised Earth. And all this terrorist shit. And I even told you I went to Saudi Arabia when he built the power plant. And the CIA threw in an extra little thing, doing all the bridge work and paving all the roads for all the Muslims in the world to go to Mecca and Medina once a year for once in their life. And when he did that, the CIA... So I met Bilal. I was a little girl there. I was wearing, I hated Saudi Arabia. I was behind couldn't leave the house, couldn't drive. I had to wear the hijab, burqa thing. I mean, no, I put up with it. I can't say it's a bad place. I thought it was boring because my mom couldn't drive. All right, tour bar was even right. I slept on the floor next to my side. When my father said, I'm going to use a bottle of shit to wipe the Western world because you won't put this on. So look, I know some shit. Anyway, so you got some problem. My father said he's going to blow up all of you. I've seen him practicing and threatening people. If you don't help me, like kill Jimmy Baxman and do this, and blow up that or that, I'll blow up the world. And he won't do it, including terrorist or John, a white guy, Kinlan will do it. If you say he'll blow up the world, I'll do it. So, I don't know what you can do now, because all your mafia is, and the Pope has to endorse it for all you take out the hill for me. So I don't care as long as I'm the biggest bully to you. And if that's what you want, Pope, Roman Catholic and Polish Catholic stab me, and you want me to try to convince me to commit suicide. I told you, I want ML over it. My psychiatrist, Dr. Schreiber, was trying to say it, sends some trauma and all that should be on, at least half to a little dose, and the Muslim there, and don't. Well, was just telling me, get out, you gotta pay full price. You want to threaten me with $7,000, you're not gonna fill short of psychological medicine. Tell me you're not trying to kill me, you mafiosi. I already know. I used to live in Waldwick on Lincoln Avenue, 19 Lincoln Avenue, and it seems like you're all at it, whether it's to Phil Murphy. I don't know what the thing is, but if you want to make some truth with me, you're a leader. The Pope is dead, Poland's dead, up there, I don't need to come up there and shoot you. I have the information. Maybe see if intervene, Hezbollah attack on every fucking quote. He doesn't have to get even compartment. And also Iran wants to annihilate, not Israel first, you come last, because your people are the fucking bull. And he says, you Russians don't have to worry about anything, because you didn't try to hurt us, commit former crusades, take over Iran. Yeah, they did. So fuck you, motherfucking CIA. You want to go after me too, and you do it. CIA, for whatever reason, I don't care. So I guess half America has to go. I'm not going to give it anything to know about that. I tell them not to. I guess I don't gotta know anything illegal. And you're trying to murder here, get me to kill myself. My son's calling me up, trying to threaten me into your life, and then you want to assassinate Putin and associate something up. So you know what? Putin, I guess I know how things work. The biggest fucking bull who's got the most fucking food money or NATO in the world, and Russia doesn't need you. So I just did Putin a favor, and then I found out there was a kite agent. I did not ask how to just go to Hillside Park by you, but if he's up there, I guess he wants to protect me and kill you. Why else would he be up there? He'd kill you, Harry. Because he's got a big sis mom around here, the CIA, and 6 others, and maybe 20, 50 right across America, like my father said. So I think I got it right, buddy. People in the Western world, I'm going with Putin, or I don't need your motherfucking shit. I don't need your fucking mafia. What? As far as I'm concerned, you've got the endorsement to wipe out whoever wants this bullet. At least I got a big bullet like Iran, one of the richest country in the world. And you're worried about what? You got spending more money, and don't tell me you're going to keep me out of the United Nations, because you're on my list too. You can't even put an attack in Germany. Angelina, you master genius chemist. That's all I hear from Arnold Starr. Oh, Angelina, my friend, I was going to be 8-point bond Germany. You know, so well, and you're a genius chemist. Don't tell me that. Trying to help your Putin, your blame shit, and you'll blame any shit in Putin. And I proved he wasn't even guilty of the KL thing. Ronald Reagan blamed on everything. You, Britain, you're blaming him for nerve gas. You can't convince me he did to anyone between Philby and Skirple. After all this time, you know, you just can't. And I don't care if you killed 10 people in my lifetime, or 5, or 3. Give me some more besides 3 when you're wiping out 1 million people, all Indians on this Rwandan Palestinian thing, and still endorsing it. You, Israel, and the United States, and Trump, are the only fucking ones. And if you, Serbia, want to say that you can endorse Trump killing 500,000 of my Iranian friends and Middle buddies, but Albright's wrong for killing 1 million Iraqis, and doing the same thing Benjamin Franz, Dargo, Dreyfus says wrong, then I want to hear this out of Serbia. Serbia, admit we killed this one of everything. You first killed one, and just admit to one, and the numbers don't count for them. Don't try to make them count in the Miles case. And I also want to hear you, Serbia. I don't want people telling me that we don't care that Trump wants to keep 500,000 friends in Iran. Right? I'll let them kill for you. Because right now, I guarantee you that Hezbollah and these things aren't evil colleagues at all. I swear to God, they're not evil colleagues. Like, the guy Trump killed was like as good as my uncle, this brown KGB Hansen guy. I wouldn't think otherwise. I'm even protecting minors. If someone wants to ignore 500 million or 100 million in Chile from Chile, my father was jumping out of airplanes, Chileans, and my sister wanted to arrest FARC and Arnica for the CIA, and the president of South America, everyone. You got to start a problem, because Arnold wanted to take out Kotovich for lunch at his expense. And I got the Maplewood Mafia, Meadow Street, Brooklyn, Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn College, my father graduated Leon and Faro. I got every mafia in New Jersey and New York. So if you want to claim that you're all going to die because you're attacking me and not giving me any information, I'm going to be the biggest bully Putin against you. So it's when you can stop your leader, the Pope, from dying, and Hezbollah, just give me a call. And when you can put up with those little Australian, big Australian, one of the size of my hand, 10 of them, Albania, you can find them, put up a sign that says Kosovo/Kosovo, put it equal. You promise you want any help from me, you put a Serbian Genocide Day, a Bosnian Muslim Day, and a whoever Croat Day for all these motherfuckers. I don't think you're fucking biased either, and then you come back to me, and you can start the reconciliation problem with when you consolidate unfair selective justice shit that Harry J. Shortway is doing to me, and not only one person. He says he's going to kill me because I was married to a black man Jew.